How is the stock market not considered one giant pyramid scheme? By that logic, our whole society is a gigantic pyramid scam. You can sell your stocks anytime you want, you can choose not to participate. No one is scamming you. It's just a financial product that is available. It's a free market. A company actually makes and sells things. Owning Microsoft isn't a pyramid scheme because they don't pay with future investment money, they pay with Xbox profits. By owning stocks, you own a part of a company that has physical assets, employees, and provides products and services that generate revenue. They then pay dividends to the shareholders, which has real value. You can argue that stocks in some markets are overvalued compared to companies' revenue, cash flow, profits, etc., and therefore the speculative element sort of resembles a pyramid scheme. But the system itself is definitely not. Pyramid schemes don't generate anything useful, and new members just come into profit old members. Well, the SP 500 is just a common enough choice of stocks that it always goes up, same as any other stock, just a lot of people buy it each year compared to not a lot of people selling it each year. You'll buy it your whole life, then probably sell it once or over a few years. A pyramid scheme requires endless, unsustainable amounts of new people to invest in order to grow. The existing people only get paid if they take the money of the new people coming in. And at some point that becomes unsustainable because no one new is coming in. With stock, you are buying limited amounts of ownership in companies. It's a real thing, it's an actual, legal piece of the company. That has value, even if I don't then go out and convince 10 more friends to invest in the company. I can sell my share for 100, and the number of investors stays the same, because I'm gone, and someone else took my place at that point. And while it's obviously not always tied perfectly the company value, it is generally somewhat representative. You're saying it will always go up if people buy. But plenty of stocks have gone right down to zero, and plenty are going way up without needing tons of new people. If a company announces a new product, that stock value can go way up, without a single share changing hands or a single new investor on board. Criticize the stock market all you want, and it deserves it. But one thing it isn't is a pyramid scheme. The real pyramid scheme involving the stock market is actually pre-tax contributions and post-retirement withdrawals. These are the people cashing in. The checks and balances are far removed, but numbers will go up, because we've made them up. There are many ways to cook a book. Stock market, like a group bet on corporate popularity contests. Not owned by Patrick Bet David. You need to separate investing from speculation. Because stocks have real value, though you could argue that value has been unrealistically inflated. In a pyramid scheme, you are rewarded for bringing in people below you in the pyramid. In the stock market, companies and investors aren't rewarded for bringing in new lower-level investors. They are rewarded when a company is profitable. What you're suggesting is that companies are overvalued, something that would be trivial to check, for example, through the price-earnings ratio. Investors have almost limitless scope to invest money, so the idea that they are restricted to SP is mistaken. Something that might be a Ponzi scheme is Bitcoin, since it has no inherent value and isn't backed by anything and is arguably not even usable as a currency, whereas shares are backed by the value of the company and the assets they hold. The SP is simply a collection of 500 of the largest individual companies in America. When you buy a share of SPY, you are buying a very small ownership of all of these companies. In essence, you need to look at the companies themselves, because that is what you are investing in. Is Apple a pyramid scheme? Microsoft? McDonald's? No, they are legitimate companies with products and services that they sell to make revenue, and then distribute a portion of that cash back to owners. That's not how it works. The price of a stock is based on the total value of the company. The stock price goes up or down based on the value of the company. For every buyer there's a seller. Who ever said it wasn't one? If a pyramid scheme lasts long enough, people are okay with it. It's not a pyramid scheme because you are using your money to drive actual productivity. As long as the trend over time is increased productivity and an expanding economy, all is good.